do everything and to walk in every way that you intend for us to walk according to your Torah, Abba Yahweh, to show this wicked and perverted generation that your word is still standing the test of time, Abba Yahweh. You have a people, Abba Yahweh, that you truly love, and that you pay special attention to, Abba Yahweh, because you continually, Abba Yahweh, show us in your truth, Abba Yahweh, of our shortcomings, to bring us back unto you, Abba Yahweh. Total Yah for that, Abba Yahweh, that we stand steadfast, trusting in your Daba, Abba Yahweh, a people that you have gave to name YisraYah'ale, Abba Yahweh, a name that is not for everyone, Abba Yahweh. Turn to Yeshaya, Isaiah 44:1. For you coming back for your people, Abba Yahweh. Yet now hear, O Israel, of what the word of Yah speaking to a house. O Yaakov, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. It said, whom I have chosen, not of whom the world has chosen, not of whom our family has chosen, not even of our own selves, Israel, but of by his chosen Israel. And by his chosen Israel, he put some Israel in Israel, because he knew that Israel had to be proven. It had to be tested about what he proclaimed us to be, Israel. What did he put in us? He put his Torah, Israel. Yaakov, meaning supplanter, Jefferson. Verse 44:2 said, thus says Yahweh that made you, and formed you from the womb, which helped you. Fear not, O Yaakov, my servant, and you, Jefferson, which I have chosen. Jefferson means an upright one, Israel. And Yah will help those that are his, Israel. He will strengthen those of his that are weak. He will bring shalom to those that are fearful, Israel. And we just trust in his Dabah, Israel. For he has gave Israel everything that they need to endure this race. What is wrong, Israel? For when he delivered Israel, he gave them everything they needed. All they had to do is to be obedient, to walk according to Yah's will, Israel. But what was the problem, Israel?
That's all right.
They were happy and they rejoiced for the deliverance from Yah or from Pharaoh, Israel. But one thing that was wrong, Israel, in their deliverance, the mind wasn't transformed of the thing that Yah had intended of the way for them to walk, Israel. The land was still in the things of this life, Israel. Israel, this mind of ours, don't you know it got to be transformed? As well as this land, our heart as well, Israel. Well, how do that be? First, we got to hear, Israel. We got to hear. We hear Zawkane, YHWH, of the word that he spoke last Sabbath. A tender, loving message that he spoke. We hear Barak that we of his preaching that we say is cruel, Israel. And we still don't hear. So what is the excuse, Israel? What is our excuse going to be? Because when we stand before Almighty Yahweh, we cannot give no excuse before him, Israel. What is it going to take for this word to transform this mind, that this land may become, and the Torah may be real within our land, Israel? Don't you know, Israel, that we ain't going to be able to stand? See, Yah said he's heard us before of the great, speaking of the swelling words of our love Yahweh. We know that Peter said that he never denied him. Before the cock crowed 3 times, Israel, he had denied him, Israel. We know about Judas Iscariot, one of his disciples, Israel. What is it going to take for Israel to get real with Yah? What is it going to take for us to quit compromising with Yah's truth, Israel? Zawkane said, Satan knows that the time is short. But Israel don't realize of how short the time is. Because if we did, Israel, we would draw closer unto Yahweh. We will make sure that we examine ourselves when we get up in the morning. And when I say examine ourselves, we may say total for waking us up this morning. But do we examine ourselves that our level may be right? And we have a confrontation with one of our brothers or one of our sisters that we speak in the right way. That we give a word. It said a soft answer turns the way around for Israel. See, just as well as we get up, hoping to see YHWH, our adversary Satan is there too, Israel. And we got to make sure that we start examining ourselves in his word and make sure that that being our land, Israel. Because we're going to go through a battle to prove that we're Israel. We're going to be tested, Israel. Are you ready for the test? This is not a test of flesh and blood, but this is a test of Ruach, Israel. And the only way that you could endure and overcome in this battle is through the Dabar that emit truth of our Yahweh. We do much talking, Israel. They get us nowhere, Israel. Now for us to believe and to proclaim that we Israel, we got to start speaking as Yah wants us to speak. Of a truth, Israel. It got to be that way, Israel. It got to be. It can't be no other way, Israel. It's time for Israel to stand up. We see those that are Satan. That's not ashamed. That's not fearful. But why is Israel won't speak as y'all want them to speak? As a true Sadiqa righteous, one that Yah has called of his own choosing. Don't worry about the backlashes. Don't worry about what come against you. You know, as Peter told YHWH, if it is you, bid me to come. So as he started to walk, what happened? The same thing that happened to us. Our problems, our families, our enemies come against us. What happened to Peter? He began to sing. Don't you know when it comes against you, the same one that reached out and brought Peter up, the same one will deliver you as well. He will fight your battle as well. He will fight your battle as well. We are special people to our Yahweh. And he take care of his people.
He does. Yes, we are.
You better believe that, Israel.
Yes.
For you have no word and have no fear. Because our Yahweh showed us in too many of his Barak, of the victory that he gave to his ones. Turn to Keetvay 1. Do we know of how special we are to our Yahweh? For he has chosen us for a purpose, Israel. A purpose to carry his truth. A purpose to stand and proclaim his truth of those that are taken away from his Torah, Israel. But he wants a people. Keetvay 1, 1 Peter 2 and 9. Turn there. It said, but you are a chosen generation. A generation that has put in this wicked and perverted generation just for a while, Israel. Just for a while. For it won't be long. And it says, to go on to say, it said a royal office of the Kohen. A Kadosh nation. A Kadosh nation. Well, what do Kadosh mean, Israel? It said a set apart people, Israel. A people that doesn't deny the things of this life. Israel. A people that the mind has been transformed into the mind of YHWH. And this land has been changed because on the inside is his Torah, Israel. That's his Kadosh people. But listen to me, Israel. It got to be a people that love our Yahweh.
We must.
Because see, Israel, and it got to be a people that abide by his Torah.
No doubt about that.
Because Israel, of the name of we know Yahweh, and we know his precious son, Israel. There's many out there that know his name.
Sure it is.
And there's wicked as wicked could be, Israel.
That's a fact. No doubt about it.
So Israel, we got to live about the way Yahweh wants to live according to his Torah. According to his Emet. According to his truth, Israel. We can't change our Yahweh Torah. We can't add or we can't put nothing in there. We got to go by not 2, 3, every word that he put in the Torah. We got to abide by Israel.
No doubt.
But we so often that we put our words in that, Israel. That's why we don't get no victories, Israel.
No doubt. Yes. Give me God.
As Zawkane, YisraYah'ale said, there's a problem. As he was talking about how they talk about the dreadlocks. He said, the problem is sin, Israel.
Sure is.
How do you get rid of sin? First we hear, Israel. Then we repent.
Sure we must.
Of a true repentance, Israel.
Yes, sir.
Of a crying out to our Yahweh.
Must.
Of his seed, his tender mercy.
Yes. Beautiful.
That we may be heard, Israel. And we need to be heard in this time now, Israel. For we know that it said there was two unborn, neither one doing no evil, Israel. Yaakov and Esau. Esau saw Yahweh tears, but there was no repentance, Israel. While we can find repentance, Israel, let us repent unto Yah and come on back to him.
We must.
That we may walk, Israel, in the journey that Yahweh has intended us to walk.
That's all right. Help me, Yah.
Don't be afraid, Israel, to consult one to get strength, Israel.
Yes.
Because where you weak, he said, well, one or two are gathered together. He's in the midst. He said one could put 1,000, two could put 10,000, Israel.
Yes.
He wants us to be Echad as one, Israel. That when we go to the battle, we don't have to worry. That we can go to the battle as one, Israel. Just think of us being in one mind and being on one accord, Israel. Now we can move mountains, or we can move mountains with an S, Israel.
That's all right.
Oh, we got a precious our Yahweh Israel. Oh, we have no need to fear. But let us prepare to fight the battle head on, Israel. Let us be a defense for the truth of Yah.
We must be.
It says, turn to, let me finish reading 1 Peter 2:9. It said, a Kadosh nation, a peculiar people, that you should show forth the praises of him, Yahweh who has called you.
Yes, he's called.
As YisraYah'ale was singing, you out of darkness and into his marvelous light. Is your light still shining bright, Israel? See, we need to keep that lamp full with oil. Let us not be like the 5 wise. And how do we do that? We stay in his by his word, Israel.
We must.
And we can keep it. We can keep it full. We can keep it full, Israel. Turn to Missy, Proverbs 1:29. For no other, we couldn't have made a greater choice to become Israel.
That's all right.
To be adopted and engrafted upon the precious name of his son Yahshua HaMashiach.
That's all right.
Through by the dome the blood that he shed it for Israel.
All right. Beautiful. Hallelujah.
But before we go to Proverbs 1:29, go to Deuteronomy 7. I'm going to start at verse 6.
That's all right. Hallelujah.
Excuse me, Israel.
Hallelujah.
It says, for thou art a Kadosh people unto Yahweh your Abba. Yahweh your Abba has chosen you to be a special people.
Yes.
To carry his word. To let our people know. Unto himself. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Yes, that's what he said.
And that's the way it could be, Israel.
Sure. Must be.
That when we go out amongst the world, it could be that glow about us. That people will wonder of what manner of people we are, Israel.
Sure, we must.
Not by the amount of us much speaking, but by the way we carry ourselves. Although we do speak Israel, let it be a speaking of Yah's Emet, his truth, Israel. That they see that it's been a change. That they see that the conversation ain't like they used to be, Israel. That they see when they try to come against Yah's truth, that we set a defense against Yah's truth, Israel. And we proclaim that we, the children of Israel, and we proclaim that we want to hear Israel. We can't back down, Israel.
No, that's right.
We can't back down.
No doubt about it.
Don't worry about what to say. You just stand. And Yah give you the word to speak, Israel. For we see the devil's bold, Israel. They don't hesitate to say, I talk about their father. Let us not hesitate to talk about our Abba, Israel.
That's all right.
Let us not be ashamed to talk about our Abba. Because you know what the scriptures say, that we be ashamed of him when the time of our calamities come upon us, Israel. He going to be ashamed and he going to deny us, Israel. Let us be that people that Yah has called us to be, Israel. And he goes on to say, YHWH has chosen thee to be special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the whole land. Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, not because of your pretty smile, not because of your family, not because of your big houses, not because of your cars, not because of the knowledge that you know.
That's right.
It says because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people. Well, because Yahweh has loved you, and because he would keep the oath we have sworn unto your father, has Yahweh brought you out with the mighty hand? And truly he has, Israel. For we were lost in sin and didn't have no out. And man was no thought on Yahweh. But totally out for his tender mercy left hand. And redeemed you out of the house of bondage, for the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And there were many pharaohs in our life, Israel, that we got delivered out of. Turn to Proverbs 1:29 now. For we need this Dabah to continually judge us and correct us, Israel.
Yes, we need it.
It says in Proverbs 1:29, for they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. Turn to Isaiah 43:5.
Hated knowledge, yes.
Why did they hate knowledge? For one thing, Israel, knowing when you become a child of the King, this old mind got to be transformed. And this corruptible flesh of ours got to be changed, Israel.
Must be, yes.
They don't want to make a change, Israel. For they said, don't take all that. Well, it take that and more, Israel.
No doubt about it.
For you be claimed to be a true child or son of Abba Yahweh.
That's all right.
This old flesh got to be cut up.
Yes, destroyed.
Because the word that was spoken last Sabbath, it just didn't give us a checkup, but it took us directly to the surgery table, Israel.
That's all right. Yes, beautiful.
Yes, it is, Israel. Did we hear Israel? Did we let it take root, Israel? Because the word was enough to take me through the week and bring me back to this night of remembrance, Israel, to let me know of what I need to do to make sure that my life is sure enough in line with what our Yahweh want me to do. According to his Torah, Israel. Because to make it in, Israel, when we stand before our Yahweh to be judged, the tears ain't gonna do no good. The excuses ain't gonna do no good.
That's all right.
Because see, Yah give us a word to hear. He give us the truth. That we have a time now to get it right.
Help me God.
Don't stiffen your neck. Don't harden your heart. Don't resist, Israel. But get that lab of meekness without fight, Israel. Get a heart that is pliable, a heart of flesh that Yah can make it over again, Israel. We see without a shadow of doubt how fast the days of these weeks are going, Israel.
No doubt. No doubt about it.
Think about the time, Israel. Why he could be found, Israel. let us come back unto him, Israel. It says 43 and Isaiah 43 and 5.
Yes.
Fear not, for I am with you. I will bring your seed from the east and gather you from the west.
Yes.
I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not. Back, bring my son from afar, my daughter from the end of the earth.
Yes,
even everyone that is called by my name.
Yes.
Todah. Because I will proclaim your name to the day I leave here. For I have created him for my honor. Todah. I have formed him. Yes, I have made him. And then he goes to say, bring forth the blind people.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes.
And we are people that was blind, Israel. That have eyes, and the deaf that have ears. And many times our ears have become deaf and hear, Israel. That we have turned away from Yah's truth. Because of rejection of we didn't like it. Because of rejection that it hurt the flesh.
I know that. Yes.
Because of rejection, we just didn't want to hear the word.
Yes. You hear that? Yeah.
See, none of that's going to be an excuse when we stand before our Yahweh Israel. None of it will. Because when we stand before our Yahweh, we will have to give an account for ourselves, Israel. And then he will ask us, why didn't we let the truth change us? Why did we let the truth transform into that man of Yeshua HaMashiach, a man that pleased our Yahweh in all things?
It must be.
It says, verse 9, let all the nations be gathered together. Let the people be assembled. Who among them can declare this and show us former things outside our Yahweh? Let them bring forth their witnesses. And we have plenty of witnesses against us, Israel. That they may be justified. Yes, a time coming that they will be justified according to the one that we serve, Israel. Or let them hear and say, it is truth. You are my witnesses. Todah. Says that Yahweh, and my servant whom I have chosen, that you may know and believe me.
Help me to believe.
And understand that I am he, and you are the great and mighty one. For there is none like thee in above and all the old land. But before me, there was no other, for there is only one. It many try to imitate the mighty power of our Yahweh, but it's nothing but one.
That's true.
And he's coming back soon. And it said, well, no Yahweh form, neither shall be, but only the mighty one after me.
That's all right. No other.
And there shall be no other Israel. He said they one came. They have a space of time in this old land. And he said there's nothing of Abba Yahweh in him.
Yes.
Israel, for we got to know and we got to be aware in the tactics of that one called Hasatan.
That's a fact.
We got to know Israel. Turn to Kephar 2 and 9. For we have his name, Israel. And we must choose the thing that represent his name, Israel. Not other things of this life, Israel, that's going to pass away.
Sure they all are.
As the true thing said, and Moshe said, Israel, I'd rather suffer with the people that they claim to be the people of Israel as a family, to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season that's going to condemn me and turn me away from Yah's Torah and send me straight to hell, Israel, with no hesitation.
No doubt about it.
For Yah not a playing of Yahweh. And his word is truth, Israel.
Yeah. It is.
And he's a just of Yahweh.
Yes.
Yeah.
He may do things that we think is not just, but he's just.
Sure is.
In his correction,
Sure is. Yes.
in his rebuke,
Yes, sir.
in his chastisement,
That's right.
in his reproof,
Yes, sir.
he's just, Israel.
Know that he.
Because why you say he's just, Zawkane? Because we wasn't worthy, Israel, of the precious blood that was shedded for us, Israel. It was only by his tender mercy that he made us his people, Israel. Told Yah. It said in Keetvay 1, Peter 2 and 9, it said there should be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it anymore. It said Keetvay 1 Peter 2 and 9. It says, but against any of the children of Israel, what a mighty Abba Yahweh we serve.
Yes.
And look how he cared for Israel.
Sure he did.
And look how we should have no worries. It says, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against men, nor beast, that you may know how that Yahweh does put a difference between the world and us, Israel.
Sure he does.
Now, ain't that wonderful?
Those ones.
That Yah have the people.
Oh, yes.
That he said that we're no part of the world, or we're not like the world, because he has the people that love his truth, has the people that's going to stand for his truth, have the people that's going to tear down this wickedness, have people that's going to stand and proclaim his truth,
We must.
no matter what come against him, no matter what people say,
Yes. No doubt about it.
other accusations.
No doubt about it.
Why? Because he know whose side he's on, Israel. And Israel, Yah said it would be.
Sure he did.
He said we would be persecuted
Sure.
for his name's sake, Israel.
No doubt about it.
Ain't that wonderful, Israel?
Yes. That's all right.
I think it is, Israel. To not be a part of this world, but to know that I have a inheritance with Abba Yahweh. See, it's in this time of Noah again. How short the time is.
Sure it is.
Of where the warning is going forth. And the same thing in that time. They was eating, drinking,
Sure they were.
giving and married. The same thing it is this time, Israel. Do you hear, Israel? The same thing again. Like it was in Sodom and Gomorrah. Of how Yahweh grieved with the perverseness, the adulteress, the wickedness.
That is the truth.
It's here again.
Sure it is.
And y'all gonna destroy it again.
Sure it is.
Israel. Let us not be a part of it, Israel. But let us take heed and hear Israel. For we have no excuse of what way to go, Israel. For we hear the word being spoken from this pulpit of what way y'all want us to walk. And what thing y'all want us to interact in, Israel. And none of this world is part of it, Israel.
That's the truth, Yahweh.
But y'all want us to wrap ourselves up under the wing of his Dabar, Israel.
Yes.
Y'all want us to abide in his Emet, his truth, Israel. And we can do it, Israel. There's no reason that we can't, Israel. And we just do it, Israel. Because as Stephen told the people, they were stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart.
Yes, I know.
And we get sometimes, Israel, because of this truth showing us, Israel, of how far we're away from y'all's truth.
Yes.
How far we have come that we're not walking in y'all's Torah, Israel.
Yes.
Israel, this is y'all's truth. And we need to abide by it, Israel. Every word that he put on there, Israel. It needs to be our life. Our everyday life, Israel. That should be in our life, Israel. That we should love that so much, Israel. That there should be no schism or ism amongst the body, Israel. That there should always be shalom.
Yes, yes.
We all say that we're Israel. And we all say that we're a part of the body. But how can that be of one part of the body separated from the other part of the body? In order for us to do something with this natural body of ourselves, Israel, everything works together. That's the way it should be with us, Israel. Of us being one body, it should be a working together, Israel.
No doubt about it.
For y'all's coming back for his people, Israel. Without a spot, without a blemish, Israel. For he's coming back for a bride, Israel. Let this word correct us tonight, Israel. And his mercy abide, Israel. Told y'all that he loved me so much that he would give me truth.
Yes, give me truth.
For I needed Israel.
Of all men.
Especially in this time, Israel. For there are so many, Israel. It's going away from y'all's truth and trying to turn so many away from y'all's Torah because of the filthy lucre. Excuse me, because of the gain of members, or because of them to live their lavish lifestyles, Israel.
Yes.
Told Yah for the truth that go forth from this pulpit to tell us that those things are not of Yah, and they chokes out the truth of Yah from Israel.
Yes.
I told Yah for that, Israel. For everyone and not corrupt Israel. Yah have the people. He has some people that's standing in the truth no matter what it takes, Israel. He do have some, Israel. You don't think so because of the corruption in you, Israel.
Give me my sins.
And the other wonderful thing about it, he have those that's going to tear that down, Israel. That's not of Yah. Without any hesitation. Barak Yah, Israel. I tell you, I told her Yah. Well, what can stand against Yah's truth? Nothing. Nothing, Israel. Nothing. We seen that. And Yahshua HaMashiach have fasted 40 days and 40 nights.
That's all right.
And how Satan, the one that we battle against,
Yes.
we think we battle against, but it's mostly this common mind that we battle against Israel.
I know that's right.
We ain't gave him a chance yet, Israel. We can't get past that, Israel. But how Satan came to tempt him, Israel, when it was a hunger. What do we do when we get weak, Israel?
Yes. Yes.
Do we talk like Yahshua HaMashiach, his word, strengthen us? Do we speak that for victory? Or do we consult this carnal mind, Israel?
Yes.
That we stay the same way? Because it showed me, when he spoke the word, he got the victory, Israel. He overcame Israel. We can overcome too, Israel. We can overcome as well. Israel. We can overcome as well. If this word be written within our lives, Israel. And we speak it, live it, walk it. We can get the victory every time, Israel. I don't care what it is. I don't care what we got to go through. We can go through it, Israel. We can stand the test of time, Israel. And we could be victorious, a light that shines bright, Israel. We could be that Kodesh nation while we're here in this space of time, Israel. We could be that remnant that Yah have proclaimed that he have called us to be, Israel. Israel and our Yahweh tub. See, the world, they use the word good. But our Yahweh is tub to us. Why? He supplied every need, Israel. He give us the lesson for this fleshly man. He give us lesson for the physical body, but most of all for the spiritual man, Israel. To go on from this night forward, on through the week, Israel. No reason that we should be downcast. No reason we should be downtrodden. No reason we should be confused. No reason we should doubt. But we have heard too much truth, Israel. And we have heard of the one to go to for strength. We have heard about the one to go to bring us back unto him, Israel. We have heard of what to do on bow down knees, Israel. We have even heard of how to cry out to him, our Abba Father, which art in the house of Maya. Honor be to your precious and mighty name. Nothing have been missed from this pulpit, Israel. Total Yah. He got men that speak with the boldness of Yah. Because that is what we need, Israel. Because we cannot get slack in this time, Israel.
So true.
Turn to Keetvay 1, Peter 2 and 4. For Yahweh has chosen us through the precious blood of Yahshua HaMashiach.
Yes.
And we are his people, Israel.
Sure we are. Yes,
and we just believe that and don't doubt it, Israel. Don't doubt it, Israel. We are his people.
I believe it.
No matter what nobody say. It said, Keetvay 1 Peter. Excuse me, condition. Keetvay 1 Peter 2 and 4. To whom coming to a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of Yahweh, and precious in his sight. Careful, 1 Peter 2:5 say, you also a lively stone, as Zawkane Romael told us. I built up a spiritual house. Why? Because we got YHWH on our side. A spiritual house, a Kodesh office, because we have the Torah in our inward part. Kohen to offer up spiritual sacrifices. Because we appreciate y'all tender Hasid, his mercy upon Israel. Acceptable to Yahweh by Yahshua HaMashiach. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, Abba Yah, we Barak you. We Barak you. Turn to Thessalonica 2:13. Oh, hallelujah. For once we were bound, but now we're free. Oh, to lift up the name of our Almighty Yah. Hallelujah. But we are bound to give total always to Yahweh. For you, brethren, beloved of HaMashiach, because Yahweh has from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Ruach and belief of the truth. Told Yah that you chose me from the foundation of the Olam of Yahweh. Out of so many, he chose me. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Wisdom, in my last verse. Wisdom. In 17. But we should always love Yahweh.
Sure we must.
Our first choice should be his wisdom, Israel. It says in Wisdom 17, I loved her above health and beauty.
Sure.
And to choose her instead of light.
Yes.
For the radiant light that comes from her never goes out. And it never goes out, Israel.
No, no.
Because Yah's word will last. End of time, Israel. Yeah, excuse me for the cough in Israel.
That's all right.
Well, I told y'all tonight, Israel, to stand here, Israel, to speak Yah's word. I told y'all for him to just give me a chance, Israel, knowing there's someone out there, Israel, his mind is tormented on drugs tonight. Someone out there is lost and don't know how to get to Yah, Israel. Someone has left this instance as I speak to us, Israel, and have a space of time to get to Yah. But Yah has given me that space of time right now to say Yah. And all my shortcomings, in all my ways that I denied your Torah, and all my ways that I rejected your truth, of when it came to correct me, Abba Yahweh. I say to you this night, Abba Yahweh, forgive me, Abba Yahweh. Oh, let your Hasid, your tender mercy abide with the Malay. As I lay down tonight, Abba Yahweh, that you forever be present upon my mind, Abba Yahweh. That for your will awakening in the morning, Abba Yahweh. Knowing what may befall me, Abba Yahweh. But give me the right words to speak. That it be the words of your Daba, Abba Yahweh. that it keep shalom between me and my and my kohiti, and even my re'ak, Abba Yahweh. Give me the words to speak, Abba Yahweh, that may some way strengthen that one that's having a battle, Abba Yahweh. I don't want to speak of my own mind, Abba Yahweh. Because Yah, that is the reason that you made me yours. Mine was corrupt, and I was on my way to hell, Abba Yahweh. You brought me in, and by your mercy you changed it, Abba Yahweh. So Abba Yahweh, I need you to keep it that way. Let us stand to our feet.
Hallelujah.
Abba Yahweh, we Barak you tonight, Abba Yahweh. We told Yah for your precious word, Abba Yahweh. We told Yah, Abba Yahweh, for the word, even though Sabbaton is gone, but still, Abba Yahweh, your word is still in my memory, Abba Yahweh. And I told Yah for that word that came forth on last Sabbaton, for Zawkane, YHWH, Abba Yahweh. And Abba Yahweh, as we leave this place, let your Dabba forever be present upon our mind. Take Zawkane, Shuri back home safe and sound, Abba Yahweh. No more danger put upon them. As well as Sister Blood and Jennifer, Abba Yahweh. Abba Yahweh, give your people shalom. You said you give your beloved rest tonight. Give them rest tonight, Abba Yahweh. Take away any pain amongst your conditional body. Heal them, Abba Yahweh, with your word, Abba Yahweh. But Abba Yahweh, sometimes we worry about this flesh, Abba Yahweh. Instead of just trusting in what you said, your Dabba is a healing word, Abba Yahweh. Let us go to your word, Abba Yahweh. You said by your stripes we are healed, Abba Yahweh. I believe that tonight, Abba Yahweh. Abba Yahweh, cast out doubt if there be any, Abba Yahweh. Bring shalom to the weary nefesh tonight, the soul tonight, Abba Yahweh. Lift up Israel's head tonight. For let them rejoice, Abba Yahweh, of the coming of your precious Son, Yeshua HaMashiach. Let them rejoice of the precious hope and the blood that was shedded for us, Israel. For your precious Son, Yeshua HaMashiach, I pray. With that better say, hallelujah.